What's up, people? I am back for another video. We're doing another Texas Chainsaw movie. We're reviewing Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. I watched this one like a couple years ago because I remember hearing how batshit it was from a lot of people. And batshit isn't probably even enough of a word. This one is just, bruh. This movie is so all over the place. One, Leatherface is not even scary in this. Like, he literally, and you'll see the thumbnail of this video. It's like Leatherface in drag. It's essentially, yeah, and he actually has boobs. Like, they went, like, I get the idea somewhat. They wanted to be like the second one, right? But the second one didn't go so over the top to it. There was still at least that element of seriousness a little bit anyway. There was none of that in this. I'll admit, Matthew McConaughey is probably my favorite character of the whole movie, just because how batshit he played it, and all he did was just kind of yell. That's all he really does in this movie, is just yell and be crazy. Renee Zellweger is the main character. Basically, the story is, it's such a weird even setup. So, these group of friends are supposed to be going to a prom. So it's almost set up like a prom night movie. And then I guess one of the girls catches her man Barry. That's what the guy's name was. Cheating. He follows her. They get in the car, but then I guess her friend, their other friends are smoking in the car, so they end up meeting together, and they end up colliding with another motorist, causing a crash. And then, like in the other films, they meet this girl who mentions that her boyfriend is a tower, her boyfriend is Vilmer, which that's Matthew McConaughey. And like all the other films, you think these are just normal people, but they're actually part of the Sawyers. So, and Leatherface is not even really a factor in this movie. Like, he's not scary. There's even a scene I'm like, oh, that's Leatherface? I thought it was just some guy. But yeah, and I also feel like they take what made the original, like, oh, we're going to do like a whole dinner scene, and it doesn't work. I'm not going to say there's no enjoyment. I could probably it's one of those movies, maybe you could look at it as a so bad it's good kind of deal. But for me, it's just so bad shit. It's not the worst Texas movie. It's far from it, in my opinion. At least this one is it's so bad that, I'm not going to say it's good, but at least this one has, like, so it's so batshit that there's elements you can, like, at least laugh at. Versus even, like, just the newest one, which was awful. In my opinion, was way worse than this. Or even the 2013 one. So, I would at least say with this one is just bad in a different sense. It's just, the performances are just out there. The story is not even really there. It's regurgitated, these people get lost. They find the house. They get picked off. The kills are definitely not even that original. There are a lot of the kills you've just seen in other movies. He kills people with someone with a hammer, with the chainsaw. Jenny, I think, is the main character's name. She ends up getting captured along with her friends, and then basically she has to try to get out. And that's the film. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the worst thing ever, but you might be able to just enjoy how batshit it is, and maybe you can enjoy it in that front. And in that way, I think it is entertaining. I can at least say that. It's so bad it's entertaining in a way. But yeah, there's nothing in this, though, I could say you could take seriously, though. Like, nothing. But if you just go in and just maybe turn your brain off and just enjoy the batshitness, maybe there's something there. I'll give this movie a 4. It's bad, but I can at least laugh at it. And just, yeah, there's a lot of screaming from everybody, and then, Jenny manages to escape. I mean, that's really all you could say about this movie. It plays out like a normal Texas movie, but they just went really over the top comedic. So, but anyway, I'm gonna cheers and we'll get going on the review. I guess before that, tomorrow I'm reviewing Jack Frost. My God, this is gonna be 2 days of reviewing batshit movies. Cause Jack Frost, man, it just wait. I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm gonna keep it a mystery. But I'll just tell you, it's a masterpiece. Anyway, we'll get started here. Cheers. So the movie opens up. I did like the title crawl where you have that guy reading. I like that. We meet our leads. They're going to a prom, and Barry gets caught cheating on his date. He follows her because she steals like his car. He gets in the car, and she like drives off. Just the dialogue, man. Just like immediately. Barry's girlfriend's dialogue is just, I don't even know how to explain it. She's this like basically crazy bitch and it's just random dialogue. It's like there's like, it's like this is actual dialogue in the movie. I'm like, someone wrote this. It turns out Jenny and her boyfriend were stowing away in the car because I guess her boyfriend is just, he smoked in the car. While driving, they get into an accident, and the other guy they hit ends up passing out, so they call a tow truck. And along the way, they meet this woman who explains that her boyfriend is a tow truck driver. And, while away, Vilmer shows up and he ends up killing the motorist. And yet, like, from the jump, I'll admit, Matthew McConaughey, it's crazy how, like, this movie, you have a young Matthew McConaughey and a Renee Zellweger. She's also in this. So, you actually have some name actors in this movie. To be fair, this is before they, like, became famous. So, but yeah, he ends up killing the motorist and then drives off. And then, while lost, the group end up getting lost in basically the Sawyer territory, and Leatherface ends up capturing Barry, killing him with a hammer, and then hooking the girl on putting the Barry's girlfriend on the hook, which for whatever reason she somehow survives because we see her later. I'm like, she should have probably died from that, but whatever. Jenny ends up getting lost. We get a chase scene between her and Leatherface, and Leatherface just doesn't even look scary anymore. They didn't even try with the mask this time around. It's like they just put like little detail. But Leatherface, I guess, yeah, he captures. So no, before that, she ends up getting in a car with Vilmer. I think is the guy's name, Vilmer or Valmer. I don't know. Vilmer, I think actually. But she jumps out. Sorry if I'm snorting a lot. It's just because my nose is a little stuffed up. She ends up getting out of the car because she realizes he's a bad guy. So we get this is where Leatherface chases her, but she ends up getting captured because she runs into the girl who helps her out earlier, who's Vilmer's boyfriend. We get the reveal that actually she works with the Sawyers, and her cousin Sean, or he's part of one of the Sawyers, shows up and cattle prods Jenny to the trunk of the girl. I don't remember what the woman's name was, but she was probably the only other character that wasn't batshit, but every other character was. So they go to get pizza, And then they go back to the house, and it's where we get the reveal that, yeah, she works with the Sawyers. Then, because a lot of them start infighting, and just, yeah, man, this part of the film is just where I'm just like, what is going on? Because it's just a bunch of yelling. Vilmer freaks out and actually starts beating up on his girlfriend, and this is where Jenny thinks she has a chance to escape. She steals the gun from Vilmer, not realizing it's not loaded, and then she threatens to shoot him, but Vilmer, because, he knows it's not loaded, basically manages to get it from her, and then some guy named Rothman shows up, and what was the point of this dude's character? He's like the Alfredo guy from the last movie. It's like, what was the point of this character? He shows up, don't even really know what he is. I guess he has some kind of a tie to Vilmer. And then, oh yeah, this is at this point where Leatherface starts wearing drag. I don't know what the fuck they were going for in this. I don't know if they thought that was just going to be funny. If maybe they were trying to be like the second movie, but it was like the second movie still had a little bit of a horror element. Yeah, it leaned a little bit into the comedy, but it definitely was it was still a horror movie. This is not, I can't even call this a horror movie. But yeah, so, yeah, Rothman shows up, he licks her, and then leaves. Like, what the fuck was the point of this Rothman guy? He shows back up in the end, but anyway. So she ends up, I'm just gonna jump ahead. Because she tries to escape, they end up killing her friend. But she causes a ruckus and she manages to escape. And then she stops an RV that's nearby. It's like this old couple. They let her in, but then the family show up and attack, causing the crash. Somehow she survives, but okay. She survives, and then like a plane randomly shows up and kills Vilmer. Oh, this movie is just like, it just wanted to, you could tell they just wanted to end it. So, yeah, and then a car shows up and picks her up, and I guess it's Rothman's car. So he ends up letting her go and taking her to a hospital, whatever. This movie is just so crazy, man. It's like, I was just kind of laughing at how absurd it is. Like, Leatherface is in drag. He's not even, like, a factor in the movie. It's not even really a Texas Chainsaw movie. It's just Matthew McConaughey being crazy for, like, an hour and a half. The other Sawyers didn't even really matter. They're just kind of there. Like, I would say if you want to watch this, just watch it as just, like, a car crash in a way. That, like, okay, just see how much of a crazy movie this is. That's, like, the only way I would say watch this. I wouldn't recommend actually trying to enjoy it. Don't go in thinking this is going to be like a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, because it's not. Leatherface is not even scary. He's literally in drag. I don't know if they thought that would just make him like creepier, but for me, it's just they literally gave him boobs. It was like they didn't just put him like in a thing like a feminine looking mask. No, they gave him like boobs and everything. It was, oh my god, this movie. And then they even try to have like the ending like in the first one where Leatherface is like waving his chainsaw around. It's just bad. This movie is so all over the place. It's not scary. It definitely feels like a straight-to-DVD movie for the time. Like, just watching it, even just to the third one, it just looks cheap. Like, at least the third one somewhat still looked like a movie I could somewhat still see in theaters. This looked like this was just a straight-to-DVD one. But, I mean, it's so batshit, though. I had fun with it. I might watch it again just as, like, I want to get drunk and fucked up and watch something crazy. I'll watch this movie. It's not good. I know it's not good, but it's just so batshit I almost have to just look at it, like a car crash. It's just such a crazy, like, the fact that this actually got made, it's just crazy to me. But hey, it got Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger's career started, so, I guess this is one thing you can give this movie. Matthew McConaughey is definitely the best part of the movie for me. He just played a batshit redneck guy. That's really all he was, but I thought he did a good job. He tried. It's like he hammed it up. Like he knew how bad it was probably, and he's just like, fuck it, I'll just ham it up. I'll just go ridiculous. And then he really did, so. But 4 out of 10. Bad. It's a bad one, but I can watch it high and drunk and at least laugh at it, so. But that's really all I can say. Tomorrow, like I mentioned, Jack Frost, and I'm not going to say anymore because this movie, just bruh. It's another, someone actually made this movie. So, and yeah, it's not the Michael Keaton one. I'm going to tell you guys now, it's not the Jack Frost from 1998 with Michael Keaton in it, no. It's not a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie, but it's a horror movie. The one I'm talking about, not the Michael Keaton one. But anyway, but that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna cheers and talk to y'all tomorrow. As usual, fuck Joe Biden, especially today. Fuck Kamala Harris. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. You'll laugh your ass off. Peace.